Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at the absolute retro classic, the Yamaha DJX IIB, which came out, I guess late 90s or very early noughties. It's kind of a Groovebox. You have 70 different patterns, all kind of dance-based, 90s dance-based. And then you have this scratch pad thing here, which is very cool. You can do all sorts of stuff with this. I'm going to go through the whole thing basically and give you an idea of what you can do. On the back, it's quite the chunky. You have MIDI in and out. Then you have line outputs. I'm using the headphone socket here as a line out, power. It does run on batteries as well. Then you have like this audio in thing, which is like allows the DJX to detect the tempo of whatever audio is plugged in. So, so you have, for each of these patterns here, and there are 70 of them, you have 10 variations for each pattern. So what's that, 700 different kind of things you could do with the sounds there. It will read MIDI from like a DJX or something like that, or another sequencer. Also, it does have its own complete built-in sound set as well. It is only accessible via MIDI. Okay, so if you plug a MIDI keyboard in, you can use that MIDI keyboard to control sounds within the DJX IIB. Okay, you have cutoff and resonance here. You have this live effector thing, which is pretty cool with lots of different effects: distortion, auto, pan, ring, mod, flanges, phaser, a slicer, a delay, an echo, a lo-fi, and a wah. So this section here, the scratch section, okay, this CD here is the CD-ROM that comes with the DJX IIB. The DJX does not read audio information from the CD. Okay, so you can take this off, and in the olden days, you might have put it into your computer and basically use the software as well if you wanted to. Okay, but you can take this off and replace it with any CD you like for cosmetic or aesthetic effect only. It doesn't actually do anything. All it is the controller for the actual scratch effects and stuff like that, and also for changing patterns and things. So I'm going to I've got this set on part mixer number 73. To set a thing, you just move it around like this. But you'll see that's more logical, and it's on part mixer at the moment, and I'm going to start to play it now. So I'm going to close the mic, give you a quick run through, and then we can go through the effects and stuff as well. So all we need to do is just hit a pad. So you can see what it does, right? So if whatever you set your scratch effect on, and I think this is one of the arpeggiators. To select a different one, you just hold this and that's not an arpeggiator. Let's choose another arpegg. And if you hold this loop button, it'll just be locked into the tempo. And if I change the pattern, hold pattern, then swap this round, it'll change tempo and key. It'll change key to suit the pattern it's going to be playing. To start the pattern off, and then reverse, we go the other way. So if we wanted jazz pads, we go up to, is it 67? So how it works basically is the second and the fourth one are kind of like fills. You can use them as fills, and then A and B swaps again. You get another 5, and it won't change until Okay, so where this falls down is that you really have to be right on the money on the changes. Okay, it doesn't like allow for any kind of counting or anything like that. So it will actually make you brilliant at keeping time, because if you don't get it exactly right, let's start this one off. If you don't get the change, it just does change instantly. So you have to be spot on. Okay, so you have the isolator, which is your EQ as well. Now the live effector, this is pretty cool. So we have ring modulation, flanger. I said, so let's play a pattern. Let's choose another pattern. So to change pattern, you just hold the pattern selector here, and then you can scroll around, and it'll be pattern 66, and the previous pattern it's playing will be 45. So. And the other cool thing is it will not change BPM as you're swapping between patterns, okay? You can hold this and then just set the BPM like that. But as soon as I change pattern, it will stay on 114.1. So the live effector, it's a spring-loaded rocker switch. And this is on ring modulator. And that's your wet and dry mix. This, of course, is your fader between. Let's put that on loop. Now, when I got this, obviously it was secondhand from eBay, super cheap. It didn't have a switch on here, so this is an old mixer switch, mixer cover switch I've got on here. But some of these are great. Some of the scratches are really very cool. If we go back to like, I'm changing pattern now. Look, let's go to scratch.
Ain't going out. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Ain't going out. Ain't going out. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Ain't going out. Ain't going out. Respect is peace. Peace. Respect is respect is due. 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 Respect is due.
And you have a key shift there. So I mean, it's pretty cool beans. You can do some really nice stuff. Like I said, when you MIDI it up as well, you can use all the actual keyboard sounds in here, and it does have speakers. They're crap. I mean, they're just they're not very good. Use headphones or plug them into somewhere else. But it is very portable. That makes it really portable. I mean, and it is of its time, obviously, but it's so much fun. It's great fun. Some of the scratches, I mean, these are special. You get one set going one way and another set going the other way, sort of thing. I'll just have a swig of coffee. Hang on. So you just, like I said, we go to, oh, this is a good one. So if I change the pattern now to, I don't know, let's do this one. And let's change the BPM down a touch as well. It's too high, 100 BPM. That's the part mixer. You can't choose individual parts, but there is a thing in the manual that shows you what you're kind of doing. It's good fun anyway. Not bad for 20 quid, eh? The slicer, as you move the actual control around, changes the actual pattern of the slice. And it's always in tempo. I really like the ear part mixer. So this here is the sensitivity if you've got an audio thing plugged in, like a music player, a CD player. You press and hold this and the DJX will detect the tempo of the thing that's plugged into it. I haven't tried that yet. Try it with the iPad, and so it syncs up, sort of thing. So you might have, and I don't know how accurate it is, it might be quite good. You know, there's your master volume sort of thing, swap between A, B. Like, it's kind of self-explanatory. There's not a lot to actually have to know here to make this sound really cool. It's very impressive, and it's a whole load of fun. It's just great going through all the different patterns and having the actual variation as well as a demo.
Yo, what's up? Hey.
Which is good fun. And but enough of that, because it's the same kind of thing, you know. You can do exactly the same. What we got here? Funky hip hop 57, pattern 57. Let's see. There's a lot of really nice laid back stuff. Vinyl Lab.
My flow is, baby. My flow is hot.
Distortion.
Baby.
Auto pan is lovely if you're listening through headphones.
it's tight.
Scratching. Massive. Scratching.
So 90s.
Scratching. Massive. Scratching.
So you can get quite good over time.
Massive.
Respect is peace. Respect is peace.
Ain't going out.
Clap your hands.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Now, what you can also do is hold the effect. Okay, so say we wanted to hold a, I don't know, let's see, lo-fi. If we just, let's choose a, let's set it a lo-fi really high. And then you can, or let's do it with a flanger. The mix between wet and dry is here. Sorry.
Whoa.
Feel the bass.
Oh, guys, I've gone on too long. Look, 20 minutes, say seriously. Oh, right. So anyway, that was a look. That was a look and a play with the. Sorry, that was a look and a play with the DJX IIB, Yamaha DJX IIB. Yes, quite the chunky device it was in the day. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a Patreon, please. And I will see you guys later. Ta-da.